into their crosshairs. So far, this hasn't been working. Now it works. They go for the 1-for-1, and they can go back towards that A side actually if they want to.
As they take a moment to lull, and as they take a moment to move on towards this A site, let's see how they fare moving forward. Again, a bit of an aggression up from heaven, a bit of an aggression up from elsewhere, as Sinners, they have a really hard time trying to catch out some of these members. Shock on ramp after he falls. Well, beautiful shot. 3-on-2, and I think from here onwards, Sangal may be in a, well, hard place as Zedco finds a shot like that as a major. 2-on-2 now, Paz to respond, so it all falls down to Woxic. 1-on-2, what can he do here?
Well, he'll do just...
Meaning they can still deploy utility, they can still fight, but falls outside. Logic Man, he'll strike first. Zedco falls with 2 players still on no HP. Sinners find themselves in a bit of trouble here.
That is the bomb. Imor doesn't. He's gonna drop pass as well, and well, this just little moment of noise, this little mistake from Imor could cost them the round as first, just to make these calyx worth it.
In a perfect position, just trying to do a bit of damage wherever they can. Now with that early kill, it's going to allow
for the side of Sangal looking.
Basically on the flank of these 7 players. Will it shut down these members? It's met.
Indeed he is, as also have a second chance, and Zedco in the meantime can pushes. And they're still careful. Now this timing from Imor could backfire, but I think they spotted him in the faces of the pistols. They're not going up close to risk it, but still they're not going. They're not.
Bullocks just swarm this site, and as BCK finds Imor, he will try and make up for this differential, but Zedco drives it home. Logic Man falls, engine trades, still a man advantage for Sinners though.
They need to win their duels, but look at that. Neo goes for the first, there's the molly, Oscar to double.
Not at all, not at all.
Let's see though, Oscar, he's gonna have the pistols on the other side. Just playing dual fango, but look at that from pass. Well, as you said, Sinners, they don't care how many players they lose, but if they win the round. But so far, it just seems unlikely. Sangal, they're fighting every single kill. And Logic, he's gonna continue every single headshot on the Digo. And Sangal, just guy could be the game changer. Logic.
Sangal, they don't quite catch another man advantage. Shock, he reapproaches in time. A fine engine. He may look for a second here as he keeps pushing forward. A great shot to Major there.
B-bomb side is completely open for business. But as I say that, Oscar going for the fight. He's massive HP advantage for the side of Sinners. And look at that HE from Neil. Just a double kill with it. Nothing much that Sangal could do. And Sinners win it. It's gonna be 16-5. But by the looks of it, Sinners, they don't think so as well.
Wants to come back, but Sinners, they're going to be able to go on to Inferno with a lot of momentum.
Of course, Sangal still go. Of course, Imor, he isn't the player to refract, he isn't the clutcher. He is the entry for
him. And it looks to catch him out. Unfortunately, doesn't react, and Paz will punish him.
And there's the flashes, they're going to storm it towards that A-bomb side. Shock, there's the fire back, beastic as well, and Shock. How is that?
My lord.
That has just rumbled. What happened? That is impossible. Sangal, they, on paper, they can still win 6 rounds. And Paz, he thinks exactly that. Neo going down after the first, or rather not going for the second. Shock in the 1 versus 3. Good for the first. There's the molly though, and he's down to 48. And there does Shock go, but he's not ready for engine. Sangal, they make it to.
Boyd Zedco ready to aggress. Flash goes out, swing goes wide. He lines up one, digs up the second, but Major perfectly.
And Beastic now. He needs to shut him down. Doesn't do so. Imor. Good morning. Imor is back. And, well, this might be the recipe for disaster for the side of Sinners. This guy, he's absolutely phenomenal. And if he continues like that, well, if he gets fired up, Sinners might be in for a tough time. Logic to shut down Oscar. And just like that, this buy from Sinners has been completely annihilated. And, well, what we said about Sangal having the chance to win 6 rounds doesn't seem that far-fetched at this point. As Neo, he's gonna be the last man standing to try and save his AK, which of course could allow his team to go for a buy. No AWP available though. which will be quite sad for Sinners on the back of winning 9 rounds so far, but still it is a pretty decent side Sangal. This is when it backfires, because when you decide to play on 30 seconds on the clock, one Molotov will make you play when there's, what, 25, 20, and this might collapse for Sangal as Neo, he's still towards the back of the side, Neo frag, and Oscar, they just shut him down, and this is the point where this play from Sangal just collapsed. He needs to stop them. There's the flashes, dodges the first, not quite a second, logic there to shut him down, and the B-bomb side, it denied every single time, and well, in the meantime, Shock, he's gonna reaggress elsewhere, going towards ramp, taking. That's quite a statement. I'm still afraid to say something like that, but
oh, I'm not.
After every single kill that I see, I'm starting to get on. I mean, they love Dust as well, but this is one of their best ones, and they've been absolutely stumbled by Sinners, who necessarily haven't had the most impact on their wins. And well, imorr, he's gonna find the first, as we're having slight technical issues right now with the overlay, and well, just like that, Sangal, they're gonna win it, as still the commitment is their only option here. Sinners and Zedko, he's gonna take the head clean off the shoulders of imorr. Nice way to start things off, although Engine, he's already here and he has the support of one more teammate of his, but Sinners, they're slowing down and they're just waiting for Sangal to walk into their crosshairs, and so far so good. It has been working out perfectly.
Now it kills either way, and it falls into a 3-on-2. Sinners, having put Major down to just 8 HP as well, in a perfect position, but Paz from behind will shut down Oscar, but with him going low HP as well, it puts both these Sangal players in a very, very tough position for the time being. See how they fare, pushing on ahead as, well, Major on the flank. It looks like he may even just consider saving right now. Pick up that AK, and it looks like he'll just back away.
Here, well, it's gonna be GG. Logic, good for the first. Logic, good even for the second as he'll continue. That is more than enough, though. So much damage has been.
He rides up 2 as well. Suddenly it falls down to Major in a 1 versus 1. Go back away. Oscar with only 9 HP is going to look for a bomb plant right now. Major in perfect position.
Oh, when we have this play screen, Oscar walking towards the lobby, and all the timing might be so good for Major. He's gonna win it, and just like that, Sangal, they make it 7, but to 1
right now, because it's a chance to farm some economy. Imor, he goes for that XM10 to just try and farm some cash, but BCK goes towards outside. Let's see if he wins this initial Eagle duel with the player hiding close towards red. Kill him though, as he backs it away. Let's see how this side holds.
Major going huge with the triple towards ramp, and Oscar, indeed he is. Logic going down, and Oscar now in the 1 versus 2.
Seeing right now, he is a play guard from heaven, but imorr, what a shot there as he takes Oscar's head clean off of. Shots out either way. Let's see if I can shut down Major as the eco comes forward. The push goes out, and well, Sinners looks to try and catch out anyone who dare comes their way. Instead, they in a lull, as we'll see. He seems to make their way on forward. Engine able to trade, and it's a good 4-on-3. Has to make his way out from Garage to shut down these members, but Shock fighting imorr really puts Sangal in such a tough position now.
Surely not like that. Pass, oh, that was a nice headshot from Pass onto Oscar. Still though, the B-bomb side is completely open, and Pass needs to be careful, goes for the 3rd. And this might as well just have saved his team, but Shock has armor, has an AK, and will go and collect the bomb. So at this point, Sangal, they shouldn't be giving 1v1s to Shock. And there's one player who has pushed in the lobby. Is Shock gonna be aware of that? Is he gonna be ready? He might have the timing. Oh, and that's a free kill. Shock now onto the 1 versus King noise after going out, but at this point, does he check for it? Does he check? Is he ready? Oh, Shock, he spotted him. Shock goes for the peek! And Sinners, they win the half by waiting for any aggression to come through. And it does come, but Pass, what is that? How do you get a double out of this one?
Beautiful stuff. And as Paz comes out on top, this is exactly what Sangal need. BCK, he'll regress towards the lobby. He'll be able to pick up that bomb. But from behind, it's going to be Major to shut him down. All on Neo frag, 1 versus 4. Major finishes the
bomb side. As I say that though, Pass, he has his support. And look at that Pass. He's just crazy at this point. There is no way that they take him down. Shock, good for 2.
Onto imorr, but you need to bear in mind, Both Oscar and Shock fairly low on HP, but it may not matter as BCK finds a kill towards outside as well. Oscar finds Logic Man, and it falls down to Paz and Engine, the last two members of standing here. And oh no,
no
way to
way.
describe it. Paz, a perfect opportunity for them to just try and do the odd bit of damage here or there and try and pull ahead. But for Sangal.
And for Oaken, then there they go. Zetko leading the charge with a headshot. Engine good only for one as Neo is there to shut him down. And the retake is on, but Neo, Beastic, they're just completely shutting down Sang. The beginning of the end, and Beastic onto a second. There's the third. Pass with the Desert Eagle though. Good for the first. What more can he find? Nothing.
Not enough. Not enough, and as it falls down to Logic Man, the last man left standing, he'll deploy the odd nade to try and force these players away from him. He'll drop a smoke, he'll desperately try to hold as he'll rotate back down towards Secret. But as the bomb, it goes down to Sangal. It's just been a stomp. Sinners, they show up, they upset.
So Sangal.
Sangal, alright.
Yeah.
You think Sangal, I think Sinners. Do you want to give a scoreline to it?
No, I'm speaking about the pistol round.
Oh, right. Scoreline to the actual map. You think it's going to come out on top?
16-9 for Sinners. Well, Shock, he's gonna shut down Engine as they will get the bomb down, but there's the boost. It might actually deny it. Goes for the damage. Imor takes down the first, not quite a second. As he falls, there's the first towards Ruins. Logic to shut down Zetko. Now the 2 versus 3 and Logic. He continues to push, and Logic, he's gonna find all 3, and the pistol will go in favor of the CT. Sango onto their dreams.
Out Major, he's going to peek into them. He spots out these members, but BCK comes out on top. The follow-up is that they're going to make their way down towards Mo's. As they start descending towards this site, imorr forced on away. He'll take a bit of early damage. He's forced on back. He's caught out by Neofrag. It's all on Logic Man to try and hold this site. And well, Sinners, they haven't checked him.
Oh, but look at that from Logic. This might be huge. He needs to find more than one. Denies the plan. 25 seconds. Logic goes for the fight. But Beastic is there to shut him down. And just like that, Sinners, they're in the man advantage. But still, the bomb is dropped. They need to retrieve it and get it down. And Engine, he's so close. Eventually, Oscar, he's going to take his head off the shoulders. With the scout going for the second pass, though. He has been dangerous on the previous one. But is he aware that there's a player behind him towards Banana? I don't think he is. I don't think he's even considering it. And this might lead to detrimental, but as I say that, he goes back to take him down. That is quite the awareness from Paz. That is sick. Now 2 more to find. Does he have a kid dropped on side though? Because he doesn't have one in himself as time is ticking low. There's attack from the scout, and this should cement it. Sinners, they're gonna win the force, but nonetheless, that is some pretty decent damage.
Usil goes out, Molly's forced out position as imorr tries to cower towards many bits. Shock finds 1 pull-up kills either way. Shock lines up all 3. Beautiful stuff by him now. So it falls down to Engine, the last man's go. Yeah, let's do the odd bit of damage here or there, but that's all they can hope for as Neofrag shuts down Major.
I'm interested, but it... Oh yeah, I found it.
Oh yeah, really good. But now it's going to be only banana control. Neofrag shuts him down. Engine gets the next set of the matter. The saved AUG, he's only got 1 HP. Of course, he isn't going to do much with it. So it's the imorr to try and hold for the time being. As he catches out these members, should be a swift little shutdown as with that. It falls down to just Engine to save. 1 HP left to us. Get ready for an early setup. It's going to be Zetko to find 1 Engine trade on 2 more though. Shutting down the players they push up from short. He tries to back away though towards Graveyard. He'll look to make it 3, but BC gets the next set of the matter. imorr carrying back sight. Will he be spotted out? Will he be caught out? No, he won't actually. And looks like he'll be ready to punish Sinners right now. Good for 1. Trade there by Neofrag though, and as it goes 2 on 2. Let's see how these players fare.
The bomb will go down and the retake is on 1 player coming in late from apartments. Logic trying to bait out some attention, but they should be aware. They should be aware of the possibility, and Major, there's the flash that he needs to use and jump out of apps. Does it? No. Caught between both of them, and Oscar missing the initial shot that might cost him. There goes the push, and Major gonna take him down. The round is gonna go in favor of Sangal. They make the retake work. as they win number 2. Of course, for Sinners, this isn't the end of the world. They still have a lot of...
See, Util flying. Well, they do substantial. Imor brings out a few shots. Double shot down Beast anyway for flashes way through the smoke. But look at the fake by Sinners. It's absolutely perfect. The entire Sangal side rotates. Paz the only one who's able to get back on site just in a nick of time as the motor smoke goes down. But as the Soul Man tries to defend, what good can he do here? Good for 1, good for 2, good for 3 with the assistance of Major. And that is just what Sangal needs.
Oscar now in the 1 versus 4. Good for the first, but there's the flank from Logic and Oscar. There is no way. And there they go. Now, Sangal, they go for the fight. Imor, good for the first. Needs some more. Goes for the second and third. That's absolutely perfect, but look at that. Shock. He's able to take down Major, and at least this could allow him a bomb plant. As Oscar, he's actually pushed to CT. He's in the smoke, and oh, this might give him a free kill. And indeed, it will give him a free kill any moment now as Paz. He's gonna take down Shock, but Oscar, just how much damage can he do? Okay, this guy's a god. Do you know what? Okay, players have already pushed on site. It is normal. Yeah, instead you're just 100.
Yeah, alright. Wait for the jugular, man. But now Logic Man is able to find 2. Imor on the other side of the map able to find another. And with that, we are going to see this double upsets that really bear fruition for Sangalers. Sinners haven't really got away.
Put up a wall.
Now Imor, another quick early kill as the aircraft falls, and Zedico can trade, but it looks like Sangal have found their rhythm now. We'll wait to see how these players fare as it's a few shots out either way. Again, 4 on 4 the score, or 4 on 4 the man count, 4 on 3 now as Logic Man shuts down Beastikey. He'll swing wide, able to find another as well as Zedco falls. He's on for even another. As Sinners continue this presence towards top mid-engine, it's his turn to aggress. Logic Man's good for 1 more. Shock to fall. So they bolt their way on forward, trying to get onto this site. See if they're able to do so. As he's good for 1. I think it's like saying the matter. Engine good for a second. On, not quite a third, but looks like Sinners have been mopped up yet again.
They're just getting destroyed every single time. And we saw, again, Sinners taking their time has allowed Sangal to clear off Banana and over-rotate this extra player. Now, Major, he's gonna fall. Still, this is a doable one. But with only 25 seconds on the clock, they need to wait until Sangal smoke towards Banana. This might be huge. Imor, he's all alone, and there's 5 players on the other side. Unless he gets, like, a crazy collateral, he should be going down. Oh, he doesn't see the player on the boost. This has collapsed. Neo taking the head of Imor. Now the 3 versus 5 engine needs to go huge here. But he's completely flashed out, spammed through the smoke. And then, at this point, Sangal, they need to go for the save. But Neo, he's just running through the smoke in CT, taking down Logic. And what has happened?
It is just unbelievable for these teams, and for the most part.
And Mystic, he's gonna go for the double entry towards B. This is just a disaster. Engine taking him down, but does that matter at this point? It's again a man advantage, and Logic, he will go and aggress with the AWP. And they are ready. They're holding for this. Still, though, not over-aggressing now is the right choice from Sinners. They need to wait. They need to make sure that they use their grenades to their max extent. And now, well, what's important is just spacing. They need to refrag the AWP. They're going to lose the initial duel, but there is no refrag coming in. And Logic, he's going to be allowed a second peek, even a third. And this has been one hell. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're fully blind, but Imor goes for a huge double from the boost. Now they're going to re-aggress, going in. Major, good for 1, but that might be just more than enough. As now the 2 versus 4 is on. Pump will go down, which will allow Sinners to reinvest into the next one, but still, just how much can they do? And there's your answer. Nothing. Sangal,
as Logic Man shuts down Zedco, we see nades go down either way. Players set up, looking to just trade one another. There's nothing substantial just yet, but it's definitely reason to fear. As Oscar responds, and in a 4-on-3, they make their way towards the site, trying to catch out members wherever possible. Shock not able to catch out the player in the smoke. Those Major finds Neo frag. The push comes through. Shock, his position's perfect, but he just hasn't been able to make it work. Flashes forced away. Oscar and Shock find the 1. Shock finds the 2nd. It's all on Logic Man. 1 versus 2. What good will this do? He's heard as he's dropped down in towards Bit. Shock looks to flash his way on forward. That he does. Sinners make it 6 as they attempt to pull on ahead. Oscar ready on the close angle. They're bringing a few shots. They've got down pass. We'll try and get away in time though. This is easier work for him on Nuke as well, actually. As this time, He finds one, he backs away, able to reload, and Zedko's there to respond on to make
players, and this utility isn't been utilized in the best way possible so far. Engine though, good for the first. Are they gonna check for Oscar? They are. Beastie good for one through the smoke, and the 3 versus 2 retake is on. No defuse kit available for the side of Sinners, which means that these smokes that Sangal deploying out could win a lot of time. Let's see. The correct way to play this one is all 3 players from the same place. Either you go 3 short or you go 3 long. There's a smoke to obscure vision from pit, and now they're gonna be free to have the fight with the side player, take him down, then concentrate towards pit. Just pretty much textbook retake from the side of Sinners, perfectly played, perfect torment towards that A-bomb side on the back of the grenades. Pass, good for the first. Now Oscar, he needs to go huge towards the side, has the UMP to work with. Beastie there to support, and there's the kills going all in the way of Sinners.
I get you, and well, Major, the last man left standing in a 1 versus 2. Yep, the first little 2k there, great damage, and that damage means that Sinners don't really get to play bonus, but as he runs, straight to Neo frag.
More damage,
Actually, considering a second one as well. Not that it matters, Neo frag, he'll tap down imor perfectly, but no matter. It's going to be Sinners to go a man up. Push you on ahead. It's Major and BC to exchange blows, and as Sangal, they go 2 men down. They try to come back up towards top mid, but let's see if they can catch out any of these members for the time being. Trying to damage one another. And to do so, BC can go for 1. Neo
and get the bomb down. Now, does that bait work? Well, it works out wonders. Beastie good for 2. Still 1 player towards sandbags. Neo good for the first, good for the second. Is he gonna go for the third as well? Well, indeed he will. Sinners, the complete denial, and they do it with only 1 man going. They won't be necessarily predicted. And, well, Zedko, he's good for the first. Beastie playing the off angle as well. This is the point where they just fall back. This is the point where they just go defensive, play from the side. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Refrag denied, and Sangal in a 3 versus 5 left to just scratch their heads and wonder what happened here.
Absolutely, and with only a couple seconds left, it's going to be Paz to find Shock to kick things off, and even though they're 2 men down, they still have a 1-man advantage now, having found that initial player. Let's see if they can respond in any way, shape, or form, as the response, of course, does come from these. And there's 25 seconds left, and Sinners, they're ready, they're in pit. Zedko the man to try and stop this push as they come straight into him. He's ready to ring out a few shots as the molly lands at his feet. But turn around and ring out a few shots as Zedko and Neo both find these early kills. It's all down to Engine, last man left standing. He can finish 1, he can finish 2, but he's out of time whether he likes it or not. And well, as he tries to put in that plant, it'll be for money, if anything. And he's swamped down. He's pushed down by the AWPer, surprisingly. Neo frag falls, but it won't matter. Without a doubt. And for now, it's going to be BCK able to find Major again, kind of half as well. Zedko finds 1, Paz trades 2 on 2 now, and he gives Sangal a chance to get to an after-plant position as well.
The retake is on, as you said, but the problem for Sangal is taking so much damage. They won't have money. Even if they win it, in the upcoming 1, Sinners are going to be with a better buy, but for now, the AWP and the Galil, what can they possibly do? Diffuse kits available for both players. Oscar still wants the AWP, which might be a bit awkward in retakes. And Pass, he's gonna take him down. There's the peek from Shock. No refrag potential whatsoever. And Shock now, in the 1 versus 2, he's just gonna save. Give that one up. You have the money to go for the reinvent. Zedko again boosted up towards short. Good for the first pass there. Shock. But 1-for-1 trades are working out wonders for the thesis. Neo, is he ready for the apartments player? He is not. Engine to take his head clean off, and this might be yet another save from Sinners. They just got completely denied it. We're
going to see a few shots ring out either way. These players attempt to hold, but it's actually substantial. There's more shots down, Oscar. And Sangal, they should take the lead off the back of this as we see something horrific from Sinners. And, as it gets close, Ted, do you think that Sangal are going to take us to map 3, or do you think that Sinners have shown enough kind of grit to make this a 2-0?
It's devastating. I think Sinners are still going to take this one. And Zedko, he thinks the same. Good for the first, not quite for the second. A Shock, he's going to fire from apartments, and this has collapsed. This is a 3 versus 2 now, and that's exactly what we were speaking about. Still, a pretty dangerous round with imorr there to shut down Beastic. The AWP and the Tech 9 are in 35 seconds. The rotation will come through, and they need to run through it. And that's exactly what Sinners want to do. Beastic with a double, Engine with one, Neo though to strike back, and this has just collapsed for the side of Sangal. Oscar, he's up close with Joop. Not going for the shot still, as he will allow the bomb to go down, but flank around the smoke, Logic to find him.
Oh no. Logic man, go for one more trade there. Logic man,
oh my
beautiful
goodness.
Round. He's go without a single player ready to hold the flank, but it won't matter. Logic man, Major, they find two. Shocking the frag response, right? It's doable. It's definitely doable as it goes 2-on-3 now. No Zedco will make his way on forward. Of course, the players towards back site with knowledge that both players will be there. Now the push can come on through. Should Sinners want it.
And both players, they're just trapped towards that side. There's an AK, there's an AWP, and a deco. Can Sinners make it work? The crossfire from Sangal is perfect. It's a really strong one. They just need to win all their duos, but Sinners, they're slowing down and they don't have a kid to work with. Now they go, Zedco, good for the first and good for the second, and I think they have just about time.
Now, a few shots ring out either way as Sinners go a man down. It's going to be imorr trying to get up close and personal towards the long, and they'll look to make it two, but the Ofrag comes out on top.
Execute will come through. Zedco though, ready to play through the smoke with a flash. There's the peek. No damage done though. Neo there to fire back through the smoke with a double. What is that from Neofrag?
Oh, that is perfect. It falls down to Paz, the lone man left standing in a 1 versus 3. Trying to hold only 20 HP to his name, and well, as they swing straight into him, he lines up too. Suddenly it's doable. As Shock, the other man left standing in a 1 versus 1. Will he look to push into him? We'll have to see, but my God, Paz makes it look doable.
25 seconds on the clock has passed. He's gonna make his way back towards A, but oh, Shock, he's got the read. He's got the read. He's rotating towards A as well. This is just perfect. As he has only 20 HP to work with, has the AWP as well. 10 seconds on the clock. Shock already making his way close up. Pass, spotting the player, goes to stick the bomb plant, knowing that he needs the money. And Pass, can he land this shot? Spots him, goes for the beacon pass! He's gonna land it! As long there's still 2 players here. There's the flashes, Beastie goes for the fight. Gets down the first, now he needs to make his way back towards the side as quick as possible. They have the crossfire with the player towards balcony. Beastie finding the second engine to fire back, but Zedco still towards balcony. And now the 4 versus 2 Major. Pushing up library, good for the first, not quite for the second. Shock there to shut down. And Logic, he doesn't have the bomb that's yet to get collected, and Shock, he is not done just.
Will not matter. Shock ready, boosted on up, ready to shut down anyone's engine, and Logic man ring true. Follow-up kill goes either way though. Zimmer finds Zedco. It's all on Shock to hold this site. Can he do so? Good for 1. He's got 2 more to worry about though. There's remaining players from Sangal, desperately low on HP as Major attempts to get away, and get away he shall. Heads towards his B site, he'll buy some time, and more importantly his teammate will buy some space. As Logic man cowers before the safe site, looking to hold on to this MP9, looking to catch out a player in rotation. As with 10 seconds left, this B plant goes through. The risk, though, is that if Major's taken down, Logic man is going to be nowhere near him to try and assist.
Oh, but they're ready for it. Logic, he's going to take down Shock, but now Major, if he loses this fight, that's the round done. Oscar, though, not ready. And Major, he wants the grenades. There's the smokes. Are they ready for the boost, though? There's the damage Beastic dropping out after the first Neo. Now needs to win as much time as possible as Major is going to drop him. Beastic realizing he doesn't have to take this one.
But they don't quite have the weaponry to do so. Instead, as they get ready for this fight, it's going to be a swing wide. Logic man and Major good for 2. Suddenly it goes to a 2 versus 2 Major. Flashed off the angle, trying to progress on forward. Looking for 1 more as Oscar trades. 1 versus 2 now. Logic man sitting towards U-Box. He's had a great game so far. Can he make it better? Tech 9 in hand, ready to swing wide. Does he catch out the member? Yes, he does! Sangal looks to leave discharge on forward. Tries to swing able to find Paz, but not much of a response as Oscar as well. Will shut down imorr. Nice little opening though, as Engine will look to shift on through cow towards stairs. We need to bear in mind there are players to worry about that. Logic man will try and dispatch. He's able to catch down 1. Unable to find the second. They will shot through the swing, able to find it yet 1 more. I think it's best connected. They found 3 kills so far without spiking a single member. Engine on stairs, only good for 1 though. Shock takes him down. It's all on Major. Last one left standing, finished off by Beastie. Well, it's a pistol right.
More than ready to contest it as they've already put on the rotation towards that B side. And Beastic Neofractor just shutting down Sangal all over the way. Zedco making sure that imorr and Major go down. And Logic, just like that, this entire force was demolished by Sinners. A pretty decent read in the hands of Sangal. You need those grenades. You need the money for the ops as well. And, well, Logic, that's a nice beacon to Zedco. Is he gonna follow up? No, he's not, but Major is there to support him. Bake out some presence here, but that hasn't dragged the rotation. Shock, he's gonna take down Pass now. They know, and Major, well, he's gonna hope that this B bomb side is completely open. It is not. Beastic, one bullet, one.
Let's see if they can shut it down.
Major, he's gonna find the opening code to Oscar. Of course, that was the scout, and this is exactly what mid-take I was anticipating, but there's the aggression, and Pasky wasn't ready for it. That's the exact mid-take that I was anticipating from Sangal. Just 2 players from under, 1 towards top middle. So far, looking good, but still, Neo.
But all these players set up in connector. There's a Major shuts down Neo frag. That's the opening that Sinners, well, that Sangal needed, that Sinners play to their detriment. He goes 3-on-4 for this retake. Zedco is catch out a member through this smoke. Looks like he'll do just that. Just teasing a peek, unable to spot them out though. This Major gets ready to go through it. Zedco just on the angle. Does he spot out this member? Yes, he does. Good for one. Looks for a second. Unable to do so though, as Engine's the one to shut him down. Now Beastie on his flank. Bullets to hold.
Shock and Beastie coming in from behind. They know exactly where the players from Sangal are, but time is ticking low, and with Logic picking up Beastie, this should be the safe call. Shock good for one, but for nothing more, as well, the default working out wonder for Sangal. The point where it could get a bit like confusing, a bit awkward, is that when you go for
game so far, let's see if he can make it even better. Ready for the first person to push straight into him. Good for one. Looks for a second, unable to do so. Those Paz shuts him down. The response there, and well, the lack of response from Sinners becomes prevalent as the plant goes down. The Sangal looks to hold. The spam from Neofrag is good, but it's not perfect. Instead, Sinners find themselves in a 4-on-3 retake.
There's the molly deployed, and Sinners, they need to group up and play with as many members from CT as possible. This is mission to shut down this entire retake from Connector, or rather Logic, not Major. Good for the first till they're not realizing, but he even takes down the diffuser. How is that possible? Logic. Okay.
Beautiful shot from Logic.
Oscar going.
Now they're ready to push on forward. They're ready to catch out some of these members. Unable to do so though, as Oscar's the one to no-scope Logic Man is up. Suddenly rings true as flashes will go out towards A. Imor will find shot with Neofrag USP though. Will find a bit more. And Imor good for one more. Beastie key there to trade. And tell you what, Sinners have had amazing success with these ecos in the past, and they seem to be doing so again now.
They're just really good at utilizing the pistols and the bonus gun that they save. Because again, they had the AWP. In previous rounds, they had guns as well. Now let's see, Neo on the AK, Zedco with the AWP, 2 to find, but they even have a defuse kit in Neo. They might even stick it if they find the first onto engine. Spotting the first engine, fires the initial shots, giving his position away. There's the peak engine, good for the first B-stick to follow back. And Fast now in the 1 versus 1, goes for the fight, baits out the defuse. There's the fake pass, takes the bait, goes for the peak, but there is no time, I believe, for Beastic to go for it. That was extremely close, but Sangal, they want to lure him into a false, like, security sense.
Sim. And now Sangal, they push on ahead as well. It goes 4-on-3, Neofrag nice to trade, but Oscar's flank right now is pivotal to the success of Sinners, but Engine shuts him down. 3-on-3 now, and Imor on the close angle will look to wipe out anyone who dare come into it.
Oh, and they baited this one so smart. They have the double setup towards CT. The problem for the CTs is that they don't actually have a flash. Or do they? Oh, they have one. That's perfect. There's the peek. There's the kill. Engine, though, to fire back. And now Engine onto the 1 versus 1. He needs to find this kill for the sake of his round. And Engine, just by getting this one kill, he should have won the round for his team. There is no way that Zedco gets this one. Doesn't even have a defuse kit to work with. And well, Major, he's gonna take him down from behind. Sangal, they make it from Sangal. This is a pretty uncharacteristic round from them. And Sinners, they went for the middle presence, but Sangal, they don't care. They don't care about middle. They're just storming towards that B side, and Imor taking down the first, looking for the second. They know exactly where he is. As Zedco, he's gonna be good for one, but that might not be enough. And Sinners, that's the save. They're completely out of the round. And this is why the D side of Sangal is so powerful on Mirage. They're just switching things up instantly. Every single time they feel, okay, Sinners, they're going for a buy round. They saw that we're winning crowns based on our middle control. They'll try and contest it. That's exactly what Sinners try to do. They go for the aggressive middle setup. But Sangal, they don't even send one player towards middle. They're just going straight for the B execute, knowing that there won't be any fast rotation because of the mid aggression. getting the initial kills, that's it. Round over. They need to go and save. They can't even have a say in the matter because they're too far away.
Without a doubt, actually, they've been incredible.
Yeah.
And more importantly, they have been a side to fear. Simply because even now, when they're calling timeouts, it shows a discipline that we didn't really see on Inferno and, of course, Nuke.
And where they're going for the same play.
Exactly. And why not? It works.
Oh,
well, I say it works. Zedko just slaps that straight down. But with that, it goes into a 5-on-2. And well, as Neofrag shuts down Engine, it falls down to beastiki. Last man up standing. He'll finish the job. And Sinners, they can finally put an end to it.
Inferno, he was sharp. If he manages to transfer that, and so far he has, there could be a lot of trouble. But logic, as I say that, he's gonna miss the shot. Now, they go for the double wrap from T-Spawn. That is a ballsy decision. If Sinners go for a fast retake here, they're taking their time. Oscar going for his was the first, but there's no way that they're ready for a second. Oscar, he was ready for a second, and just like that, Sinners, they make it work. But just getting completely denied by the code from Sangal. Oscar, though, having a gap in the smoke to work with, and Setko, he's gonna find Major as well. Sangal, they're getting completely destroyed towards that A bomb side. Although they have the entire side covered, they still can't get the bomb down, and this is worrying. Now the 3 versus 5 Sinners, they managed to deny them completely, all on the back of that gap in the smoke in the attempted bomb plant. Now they slow things down, 1 minute to work with, but the aggression from Sinners might actually clear up the entire map and lure them into over-rotating towards that A bomb site, which will be the right call to do.
For now, Logic Man attempts to hold towards default, trying to do the odd bit of damage wherever possible. It's a bit of a lull as Shock shuts him down. It's all on Logic Man jumping on up, and well, Sinners tie things up 6-6.
There's the flash to work with. He's gonna have the first Shock to help him out, and just like that, well, this is gonna be pretty much mission impossible for imor and Logic.
Without a doubt, falls down to his last member in a 1 versus, say 2 versus 3 now, as Logic Man and imor both find kills of their own, and let's see if they're able to catch out anyone as Oscar, he'll respond onto imor. Logic Man, the last man left standing, 1 versus 3, swinging wide into CT. beastie's ready for him. And now Neofrag able to find imor, Edges do the same, and Shock gets the next set in the matter, and that is a swift exchange, but as Logic Man finds Oscar, follow up as well onto ZK. Puts it down into 2-on-3, and I think Sangal may have won the round off that route to perfection from Logic Man as he finds 2 quick kills. beastiki will make his way on forward up from short, trying to catch out the odd member. He spots him. He can't quite finish him, though. Instead, Shock from behind. The flanking AWPer is going to have a lot of weight on his shoulders now as the bomb isn't even planted for him. A single man is going to peek him, so shift on forward in a desperate attempt to catch out one of these members.
For Shock, they spotted him, so this is going to be an extremely hard situation. He needs to wait for his teammate from CD to make contact and try to find a kill. If he doesn't find a kill, well, he goes back and saves. If he does, they can go for it. And that was such a sick flash from Shock. beastiki finding the initial kill, but Major on the headshot angle against the AWP gonna have a huge advantage. waytfeys go to it, but still there's no time for beastiki, even though he's gonna find the first and the second. I don't think he's got it.
Is there an upside?
Does he?
Oh, he does?
Oh! Of course, in their potential success on Mirage as Neo, he's quick to shut down Logic. They're going for the push, beastiki towards the back of the site here, and goes for the rotation from the short player, but Major, he's gonna take down Setko. beastiki now needs to stand his ground. Both players with the bumper here, but Oscar, he's already rotated, and Sinners, they might be on their way to number 9 here. Unless, of course, imor wins the clutch for the history book. His first 2 players jumping through the window. And pass, oh, he's ready for it. Gets the first, gets the second, gets the third pass. All the way. Doesn't quite connect onto the fourth, but at this point, it doesn't even matter. beastiki in a 1 versus 4. Good for the first, but what could he possibly do? He's gonna need something insane. Finding the second beastiki. Still not out of this one, but Engine performing out of their minds. This is insane. And they're so focused. There are stages here at the Shadow League, just doing mistakes that they shouldn't be. not being as clinical, but to see them when it's important, you see that they're actually focused. They're disciplined, they're focused, and they're playing to their maximum extent. And this is when you see that they are experienced, and that they know when they need to perform. They know when they could potentially have a bad game, a bad day, just off with communication, with individual performance, and you see when they realize that they actually need to perform.
You can't appreciate you. We see Paz, Zedco exchange blows, and with that, it's going to be Sinners going a man down to Sangal. Looks tight up, shockingly to catch out the initial man. He's able to do exactly that. As it falls down to both imor. Try and hold this site. Shock takes him down. His second of the round now, and suddenly he boasts a bit of a chance right now as it moves into a 2 versus 2. That bomb's taking on down for Sinners and Sangal. They're going to make their way on forward. Engine from Apps, Logic Command from Short. And if they can fight in unison, if they can try and take these players out in unison, they're going to be in a perfect position. But Beastie finds the first. Engine spotted out. Engine will try and finish the job. Beastie unable to do so, though. As the bomb takes on down, I think that's going to be a swift victory.
And that was originally. He needs at least 2 in this situation. Gets down the first. Now he can hide and try and win time. Imor to support. And Sangal, just like that, they managed to cancel the entire push. And, well, Imor will be allowed to do in this round.
But now, Engine and Imor there would catch out a few members. It's all on Beastie. Last man left standing as well, he's caught wary of this ladder room control, which may come back to bite him right now as Frag, just a well-timed peek, should finish the job on him. Instead, Logic Man aggresses down from windows. Zedco finds him, shock trades, and Sinners, as they keep the man count even, they look to push on forward, and they congregate towards the top of Apps. Sangal, they do have Apps control established, but we'll have to see if it's good enough of a hold. As the smokes go flying, the players push forward, and the site is there to be defended.
The bait might work out just perfectly. Do they check for it? There's the flash pass, good for 1 Oscar fast. The refragment major, he needs to stand his ground here, and he's not gonna do it. Neo to take his hand, clean the shoulders, and well, imor, he's just pushing through it. He just got a flash, pushing through it, trying to deny the plan, but Neo there to shut him down. And Engine now,
they're actually gonna be in a bit of a tough position now. Mollies go out, and Sinners at the ready. They're gonna spot out each player, but the fact that Niku's able to survive for that
no way.
Abhorrent as Zedco trades. Imor gets the next say in the matter. However, that it goes 2 on 4. Logic Man flashed off the angle, and for now Zedco, he's the sole defender of the safe site, bomb in hand, and right now he really needs Beastie to show a bit of presence. By some miracle, Paz doesn't hear him. Beastie's flank now, we'll have to see how strong it is, but looks like Major's ready for him. AUG in hand, and as he's caught out, it's all on Zedco.
Zedco in the 1 versus 4, but just how much damage can he do? Every single kill that he gets in this situation is gonna be massive for his team, but he's heavily tagged down to 2 HP, and I doubted that he will even find the first. Trying to play around the smoke, going actually for the bomb plan and almost getting it.
Sinners on the eco, makes their way to the connect, they dig down Imor, but he's able to get a kill before backing on away. For Sinners, I think this round is just a matter of cleaning up. Granted, they finish the job on Imor, but yeah, I think 1 or 2 kills is all they're going to be after here.
Just amazing. Sinners down to the EQ, as we said, only a couple of graded pistols, but at this point they're doing a fair amount of damage with him. This is not how Sangal need to lose members. In a round like that, they need to build up economy. This is the round that they need to build up economy and use it so that they're able to rebuy no matter what happens to the end of the game. But losing 2 players to only pistols isn't the best option. Of course, the bomb plant will get denied by pass, and well, just like that, Zedco is left in the 1 versus 3. Now, if he finds even 1 more, that's ideal. That's just huge.
Without a doubt, and for the time being, it falls down to last players here for Sinners, and yeah, what are they gonna do? Zedco, if he's lucky, he might find the odd kill here or there, but in a 1v2 with only 35 seconds left, it's gonna be a tough hold, and again, Zedco spouts the smoke a little. Through the smoke he finds Paz. Now this is scary and it's winnable. He'll shift his way into Apps. He doesn't have the timing though as Engine finishes the job.
Continues to hold the angle. He's actually gonna peek into it, but Neo, he is ready for it. That was exactly what he's waiting for. Now Beastie with a crucial fight, And he's gonna win it over Logic. Pass falling to CT. And this is just crumbling for the side of Sangal. But imorr with the scout is actually gonna get a double as Major. Gonna add on to that, but Neofrag. And do you know what I love? Major, he's gonna find the first, should be refract straight away. As Beastic, he's gonna take down imorr. Major's still alive. There's the refract. I love the fact that Sinners are pretty much, I don't want to say that they're copying the T side of Sangal, but they have stolen some rounds from Sangal. Or it might be Sangal that have stolen these rounds from Sinners, but they have a pretty similar approach to the way that they're playing Mirage.
Without doubt, I'm going to have to see just how they fare moving forward. As for now, it's going to be Engine to find BCT. He'll be able to back away. He'll save that AK, but other than that, Neofrag finishes the job. Sinners, they make
potential reset. For now, let's see Zedko. He's going to take down pass. That's a beautiful way to open things up.
Now looking around, able to shut down one more. Neofrag to respond yet again, and as Sangal, they still maintain a position where they're a man down. It's a tough position to be in, as we see imorr finding Oscar, evening out the man counts, but what's the response? It looks like it will be a mid-to-way split from Sangal, or from Sinners right now into Sangal, but caught out. Engine is able to find Neofrag. Response comes through towards this A site as Beastie finds imorr. 2-on-2 the take right now towards stairs. Engine comes out on top, finding Beastie. Shocking a 1 versus 2. Spots out the first player trying to cross. He looks to finish the job, unable to do so as Engine comes out on top. And with that, Sangal look to make it 13.
Ooh, that's such a roller coaster of emotions. And by the way, at this part, and they're going for the fast split towards A, but Logic is there to deny Neo. That's early man advantage for the CTs, as now Sinners, they're gonna make their way out ramp. Engine with the flash, with the peek, goes for it. There's the double flash though, gets mollied off. Engine now needs to peek into it. Kills going left, right, and center. Actually, it's gonna be imorr to finish off his teammate. And just like that, Sinners, they have the man advantage, but damage has been inflicted.
They only just have the advantage as well, as we see a push come through as Oscar finds Major. It's all on Paz on the flank now. 1 versus 3. It's a doable round, and if there was ever a man to do it, it would be Paz right now. He's had clutch after clutch, round after round, and as he spots out the first, he moves on forward. He knows the second's there, but Nature finished the job. Doesn't quite do so. A shot goes so desperately low on HP. This will back away. He'll turn around. He'll retreat towards mid, and this may be heard by the player of Beastie. Paz will commit to this rotation. Needs to come up from stairs or connector as of late.
He needs to do his best. All the experience that Paz has in this moment, all the experience, all the majors, every single big tournament, every single big game that he's played, he needs it here against the likes of Beastie and Show. Is it gonna be enough? Paz pushing up towards the side, looking for the initial peak, deploying the smoke, and Beastie, he has it. Sangal!
Find one as Zedko shuts him down. Paz elsewhere though was able to respond on to Beastie, but as Zedko doubles up, it falls down to both Major and Engine. The last two members left standing in a 2 versus 4. Sinners, it's been a hard slog, but they've come out on top unless Sangal could really pull out the fireworks right now. Util goes down, Molly's forced them away, or forced them forward in this case, as Shock and Zedko respond in